Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cooking for People as Lazy as Me. This has been a very long hiatus where we didn't really do much, but today we're going to be doing macaroni and cheese with stuff in it. With like extra special cheeses and all that junk. And ground beef and stuff. I think we might have already done something similar to this once. Following things are what you need for this recipe. You've got some basic macaroni and cheese, some ground beef. This is 73%, but I wish I had something that was better than that, like 80% or even 91%. A quarter of a cup of butter. This is a quarter of a cup, as you can tell, like that. A bunch of spices and junk, and a bunch of cheese. Like, for instance, pecorino cheese, Asiago cheese, and sharp cheddar cheese sitting around. So whatever cheese you've got, let's get some of that. So first thing is first, let's boil some water to cook the macaroni? Yes. And then in another pan, let's take a little bit of olive oil or whatever you've got handy and put like a dollop-ish in there and heat that up so that we can cook the hamburger. You're just taking the hamburger and like blorping it into the pan. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me when I do it this way, but I will tell you why specifically I'm blorping it directly into the pan and then stirring it around and not adding the spices and junk beforehand. And the reason for that is I want it to be that sort of chunky consistency that you get from just dripping into the pan. You'll see why. Lazy. Like, I used to have a tripod and a camera. Now all I've got right now is my iPad again. But check it out, right? The more that you like mince it and grab it together and do all that other junk, the finer the like grain of the meat becomes and the less it crumbles around. And we kind of want it to be crumbly, you know? So do your best to like use your spoon or whatever to find the bigger pieces like this sort of thing here and like break that into smaller kinds of pieces like that so that you've got that thing going on. Yeah. Cook it all good and up like that. Someone's come home. Who is it? Hey. Hi, Katie.
Hey. I came to bring food for Austin.
Oh, wonderful. Well, while you are cooking all of your things, you can see your roommate in the dark show back up. Anyway, back to the actual cooking. So your water is about to boil, and your stuff is beginning to cook up. When you actually get your roommate to come home to help take video for you. So this is Katie behind the camera. Awesome. Hooray! We're gonna go ahead and while this is cooking, we're gonna add some spices that we've set down. Today I am adding ground chipotle chili, which is good stuff. A little bit of roasted ground coriander. Don't put too much if you're going to put this in because it kind of overpowers some things. We're going to put in some oregano because I like me some oregano. Plus, you know, oregano's some good stuff. And we're going to put in red chili pepper. You notice that I put in 2 different kinds of chili pepper. Deal with it. There we go. Now, if you'll take a look at the actual, like, meat that's going on right now, you can tell that there's a whole lot of, like, grease and junk that's starting to cook off of the meat, right? You might call me a heathen for this, but I'm kind of trying to do this a little bit more healthy-like, so in a moment we're going to drain this stuff off. You'll drain it off into your sink or whatever. Make sure that you've got cold water running into your sink while that's happening, because otherwise it'll gum up your sink, and things will be a terrible bad thing. How delicious this meat's starting to look now here, right? It's some good things. And you see how it's all sort of crumbly into these small pieces. Man overboard. All these small pieces like I was talking about a minute ago, right? This is the better way to do it, because if you have it in bigger chunks, it's not fun or good, and it's better this way. Meanwhile, your water is beginning to boil, so let's start to put your macaroni into it. We going?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So there's always like a little perforation or whatever where you're supposed to open the box. Bugger that, we're going to do it the other side. We're adults, we don't get to be told what to do. Take out the sauce packet, and blump. Good
Yay,
show.
Austin's home!
Austin's home. Now both of my roommates are home. Hi, roommate.
What are we doing?
We're cooking and filming it for YouTube. Because I haven't done this in a bazillion years.
Oh, because you're...
Ladies and gentlemen, Austin. Austin, ladies and gentlemen. So you're gonna boil this stuff. Generally macaroni takes like, what? A couple minutes or so? Yeah, 7 to 10. You're also probably asking, but Vincent, what happened to the milk you're supposed to put in it? And that's a good question, and the answer is the moisture that the milk will have put into it will be taken care of by the moisture from the meat and the extra cheese that we're also gonna put in. Good question. Good answer.
We're also out of milk.
You're giving away my chef's secrets, Katie. No, you're right though, we are out of milk. But that's okay, because we're putting in things that will give us moisture. Like extra cheese and things. Okay, so, we have all of our pasta that we have drained into a bowl. You can tell that it's fresh because it's still all steamy and junk. So you take your 1/4 cup of butter, which is sort of soft from having been anywhere near the stove. Oh, but now I've got butter all over my hands. Great. You just drop that shit in there. We're also going to put in this packet of sauce. Poof. Word, like this. Now this looks super fucking sad, so we're going to start grating some cheese into it.
Cheese. Vincent.
No, just grate a bunch of... Ow, crap. Grate a bunch of cheese into your stuff. As much as you like, really. I would put about a 1/4 cup or so in. The other thing...
It's southern.
Right? No. The other thing that you should do is when you drain your pasta, if you're not putting milk into it, which you totally could. You're not, because, of course, as Katie so eloquently lets you guys all know...
We're out of milk!
Yeah, we're out of milk. So when you drain it, don't drain all of it. Drain it so that there's still some moisture left in the bottom of it. You know, like you do. So it's going to look kind of like this. Just drip, shook cheese all over the place. But you've got your pasta and your sauce packet and your butter and your cheese. Let's stir it up. Cheesing. You can cut now. Here you see your standard slightly extra cheesy mac and cheese. You know, good things going on. Yeah, look at that cheese. We're going to go ahead and take our entire thing of ground beef and just sort of add the whole thing. If you've drained the ground beef once, that's totally enough. If you want to drain it twice, that's also okay. I mean, I would drain it as many times as you can really... I mean, like, if the thing still keeps making fat drip all over the place and it looks all gross and junk, drain it again. If you want to be healthy, if you don't want to be healthy and you want to drink up that delicious meat, fat juice, or whatever the fuck you guys do here, then by all means keep doing that.
If that's what you're into.
So here you've got your extra cheesy ground beef seasoned extra... Okay, what are we going to call this? Extra cheesy seasoned ground beef macaroni and cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, let's eat some. Eating it, it's no point otherwise.
It was delicious.
Okay, well, good. This is Katie being the guinea pig for it this time instead of me.
It's good.
Good show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting a little bit of extra cheese over the top of it once you're finished is also okay. You can grate some Parmesan or something over it. And plus it makes, you know, quite a bit of it. You can feed several people. It's a good show.
It's a nice way of stretching out a single box.
Totally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all. Okay, bye. See you next time. Bye.